Yo, YouTube, what's up? It's your boy Omar, and welcome back to another video. Now, guys, I haven't done one of these videos in a minute in terms of letting you guys know what's been going on in my life. Because typically, I don't really put my life on the internet because, it's just like one of those things I just don't do. But, sometimes I'll give you an update and be like, hey, this was what's been going on in my life. And this is a particular moment what's been going on in my life. So last time I made one of these videos, I kind of said that, oh, the video is gonna come in strong, we're gonna go crazy, and then I just went on a month/2 hiatus. Yeah, I apologize, but I have some good explanation of what's been going on. So number one, why I went on the hiatus again, because I've been going on these hiatus too many times, but it's pretty much what I have discovered is that I've been going through some soul searching, and some soul searching in for me in terms of this path that I've been trying to do with the YouTube/acting in this entertainment world. I had some good soul searching, and what I have come to discover that I am still 100% going into the acting world still, but I have some things I have to tell you guys, and kind of some news that I kind of been holding to myself that I kind of want to, share with you guys. So let's start with number one. Number one, in terms of the acting, it's still going on. I still got a couple projects that are, still in the pipeline, in the production, but with this stuff, you never know until it's out. So I pretty much don't know until it's out. But in terms of the acting, I have enrolled back into college. Now, some of you guys are like, aren't you like 24 years old? Okay, so little history on me. I dropped out of school to pursue acting, and let's just say my parents were not happy about it. Like, literally, I'm Jamaican, and let's just say nobody was happy for that. And in terms of what's been going on in those few years of me acting, I have booked some things. I have booked things to be like, oh my God, you're on that. Oh my God, you did this, you did that. But not enough for parents to be like, hey man, this is sustained living, because because if you guys look at this stuff, yes, this is what I like, but when you look at my Jamaican parents and everybody, they're just like, bruh, what the fuck is this? But in terms of that, they let me do what I need to do. But it just fuels the fire and be like, oh, so you still didn't get your shit together, but you like this cartoons. But nah, so I just come to say that I have re-enrolled back into school, and that I have 100% in putting my blood, sweat, and tears into acting. So by the time this video comes out, I should be getting ready to get into school and go 110%, be a thespian in the arts of performance arts, because I've been doing it for a few years now, but it's been like on and off. Like, I'll get a role, have a dry spell for like a few months, and then come back, and then back on it, and here I am. But now I have a whole story for you guys. Now bear with me, some of you guys might turn off the video, but for those of you guys who are going to stay in and listen to my story and let you know why I'm re-rolling back in school, this is the story. So this happened about a month ago. So this is December of me filming this video. So this happened back in November, but realistically September. So 2 months ago, I got a job. Can't say where, because these people will get me and be like, you motherfucker. So just let's say I worked at an iGos place. So I was working at an iGos place because your boy needs to get money. I'm a working guy. I need to make some money to pay some bills. I'm regular, just like all y'all motherfuckers. So I had to do and get a job. So I was working at this place for about 2 months, and the people in there just were making it very, very hard for me. So like, I had this old woman. So for those of you guys who ever worked in a place, there's always that one person or two at the job that's always a teacher's pet. And I've never felt this type of energy from an older person in my life. No, I've felt it before from older people at other jobs that I work with, because I've had this old guy come up to me and was like, and I said this in a video a while back, and I said, this guy was like, hey, nobody here likes you. I'm like, bro, you're 68, bro. Like, the fuck I do to you guys? Again, it happened again. So I come into my new job, and they're like, hey man, well, she's like, it's a girl, so she's like, hey man, I got something to tell you. She's like, yo, I don't fuck with you. I'm like, yo, bro, what did I do to you, man? Now, granted, there's a lot of factors involved in terms of what's been going on. So pretty much, I'm just gonna say it like this. So I was working at this job for like like 2 months, right? And me working at this job, it wasn't bad. It was good pay. I was like, I'm doing my thing. And I was the only, well, it was me and this other guy. We were like the only two guys working here. But I was like the guy that was like talking to a lot of people. And I was the new guy. And pretty much at this job, I never really experienced a job where you get hired and nobody wants to help you. People are just like, yo, fend for yourself, do it yourself. You got to do it, which is like, okay, it's understandable. But then at the same time, I'm like, hey, bro, like, I'm on the job and I'm like, you guys are throwing me in it. Give me a minute. Some people work like that. I'm one of those people like, hey, gotta give me a minute. Unfortunately, these people didn't like that. So that was strike one. Strike two, I used to come into the job every day. And yo, I swear to God, this chick, and she was the receptionist. She was like a 50-something-year-old receptionist at this job, bro. Every day I will come in, Omar, you're not doing this. Omar, you're not doing that. And I used to be like, yo, I used to come home and complain to my mom and my girlfriend and be like, yo, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'll give you an example, right? I had to open up with her. She was telling me, hey, when you open up with me, you gotta, make sure everything's out. You gotta clean, you gotta vacuum, you gotta do this and take out the garbage and do everything. I said, fine, I'll do that. I was like, no biggie. I'll do it. So I did everything. My nigga, I kid you not, she came in through the door because like I opened up with another girl before her. So like when she came in, my fault. When she came in, my nigga, when I tell y'all, she came in and looked around, looked everywhere, looked in the garbage, looked everywhere, and she was like, Omar, come to the office. I was like, first of all, you're not the manager, so okay, like what's up? I'm like, what's up? She's like, you didn't put the iPads out. Guys, when I tell ya, she bitched the whole day about me not putting iPads out for the patients. It was 9 in the fucking morning. We don't open until 9:30. Now that was strike number 2. Strike number 3, I had so now that's just one person. So strike 3, I have like 5-10 strikes, but I'm just gonna go down the list. So number 3 was I had another girl in there. It was a pregnant girl. This pregnant girl had always something negative to say about either me, anybody at the job, customers, her baby daddies, because she had 2 baby daddies. So let's just stay that right there. And then she had the audacity to ask me. Not audacity. Let's not say audacity. She just had the nerve. There we go. Let's just put it like that. She had the nerve to ask me, "Yo, Omar. So like, what do you do that you can't work every single day?" Because like they're all full time. I was part time because I'm doing this acting thing. So I was like, I can't really explain because I don't. The thing let me tell you something that my mom has told me. You don't ever tell anyone your fortunes or don't tell anyone your successes because they're always going to find something to hate. And this chick and the older chick always had something to say. And there was another girl too who I'm gonna get to too. There was, like I told you, I got ganged up on at this job, but I'm gonna explain everything, right? So what ended up happening So what ended up happening is that people found out I do acting, right? So when people found out I do acting at the job, some of you guys might know I appeared on MTV this year, which I could say I had so much fun doing it. Me and my boys, we just had so much fun doing it. That's all I could say for that. But just say that we had fun filming the show, and so everyone found out. So they're all like, "Yo, I saw you on TV, like, what's up with that?" And I was like, well, it's me and my boys. And I was like, we got on TV and it was fun. So I said, that's all I could say for now right now. And I was like, just know that, did y'all enjoy the episode? And they were like, yeah, we enjoyed the episode. And then the pregnant girl had the nerve to ask me, so like, if you're on TV, like, why are you working here? Because like, if you're so like, what did she say? Oh, this is what she said. She looked at me dead in my face and was like, so you act? And I was like, yeah. So she was like, so why are you working here? And I'm like, I'm working here because I need money. It's like, like, just there's no rocket science to it. But then she's like, So like you're an actor, and I'm making it sound like she's a white girl, but she's not. But that's just how she really sounds. So she's like, so you're a white girl, and wait, white. Like, she's like, so you're an actor, and I was like, yeah. So I was like, some things I do. I was like, I filmed this thing. I was like, I got a thing that's coming out very soon. And then she's like, I'm gonna stop you right there. Your voice is very annoying, and you remind me of someone I don't like. The fuck you asking me then if you don't want to hear my story? And then I'm telling my mother, I'm telling my girlfriend. My girlfriend's like, oh, she's a bitch. My mother was like, let me tell you something. That people like that just want to like basically pull you down and be like, oh, so you're on TV, you're working here, you bum ass nigga. So that's pretty much what she was trying to say. And then the third girl, like, this is the thing though. I could say this though. So this third girl was a black girl. Now typically I thought me and her were cool. Like not like on some like friend shit. Just more like, yo, we cordial. Like we work together. It's just more like, yo, we cool. Like I came in, talked to her about some movies. She's like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And then like eventually like a week goes by, and then I just felt this energy, because like it was kind of weird, because she left from vacation because she was like very sick, and she comes back, and then like that week she comes back, her whole attitude changed towards me, and I was like, hey, good morning. Nothing. I'm like, oh, okay. Next day, hey, good morning. Nothing. I'm like, okay. So I was like, once the second good morning hit, then I was like, okay, I'm nothing. Something's going on with her, and I don't know what it is. And then like then I was closing up with her. And then one day she was like, I apologize because I assumed you knew everything. And I was like, oh, so like you had this notion of me, of just like you just thought something of me. And I was like, wow, that's kind of crazy. And I was like, fine, I'll let it slide. So the second time happens, she's like, hey, I gotta talk to you. And I was like, okay, what's up? And then she's like, hey, you did this and you did that. You fucked up on this. And I was like, oh, my fault. I'm sorry. And she's like, okay, that's cool. And then the next time it happens, so guys, I've been saying this for a long time. I have dyslexia. In the workforce, I realize when you're in the workforce, that shit don't matter. Niggas are gonna come at you and be like, you fucking dumbass motherfucker, you fucked up on this shit, you bum ass nigga. So it's like that type of energy. So I was like, damn, I fucked up. So it happened again. Like my dyslexia made me fuck up on something, and she was like, yo, bro, you kind of fucked up. And I was like, listen, I'm sorry. I don't want to argue. So I said, I'm sorry. Like, there we go. Then she's like, you have an attitude with me? I go, what? I was like, I got an attitude? I'm like, yo, listen, I don't got no attitude. Like, I'm chilling. And I'm telling her like, no, I'm chilling. And then the old chick is like, no, he does have an attitude. He always be doing something. I'm like, what? And then the pregnant girl's like, no, he's always doing something. I'm like, there's no way this is happening right now. And then I look to my left. To there's this other girl that I was kind of like, yo, please help me. Like, yo, are they coming at me? She's giving me this look like, nah, bro. Like, it gotta happen, bro. You gotta take this L. And I'm like, I don't mind taking an L, but it was the way niggas were coming at me, and I was like, damn. So then I'm on the phone. I'm talking to my girl. I'm like, yo, these niggas just came at me crazy. Like, and I said, like, in a way that I was like, I can understand, like, if I know I fucked up on one thing, but it was like a constant build up of just a month worth of just excessive shit that I'm like not telling you guys, that it was just like an everyday thing. Like, I'll come home and be like, yo, this old chick is like annoying, bro. Like, every day she's complaining about me, either A, not doing anything, or B, not working hard, or C, just me not doing something the way she wants me to do it. And then when I, like, literally, prime example, I literally was like talking to the old chick, and I was like, hey, can you help me unlock this computer? And I was like, oh, is there a problem with the computer? She goes, Omar, can you step in the office real quick? Come on. I was like, for what? And then I come in the office, and then she's like, I can't be racist. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? She goes, I have a black son. My son is black. I'm like, oh, what? I'm like, I never said you were racist. She goes, I know you say you don't like me. And I was like, and then let me tell you this is where it comes full circle. And I'm about to get into me going back to school into acting. So after I got pressed on and everything, I was like, damn, what the fuck is going on? So the old chick comes up to me, and the pregnant girl up to me, and she's like, listen, we know we know there's some animosity, but we're just gonna let you know straight up, and let you know that if there's animosity, we're gonna come to you straight up. And I'm like, okay. I'm the only guy here, so I'm like, okay, like, I'm not gonna talk back and go crazy with you guys. Like, because if I start getting angry, like, bro, I'm a black man. Like, there's like in a female like environment, I'm gonna look fucking crazy if I say, bitch, get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, yo, shut the fuck up. Or if I'm just like, yo, I'm not dealing with this shit, because all I got hit with was, you got an attitude, because it's like I can't talk back to you, and it's just like I'm gonna look crazy. So what ends up happening is that they're telling me like, yo, I'm team manager all the way. You on your phone, you do this, you do this, you do that. I'm team manager, team manager, team manager, team manager, team manager. And I'm sitting there like, okay. They're like, no, I see you on your phone all the time. You're in, because what I do on my phone and when I'm at my job, if like at my old job, because I'm about to get to what's about to happen, you guys are gonna be like, oh, this is a real kicker. So like typically I'll be on my phone, right? So I'll be like looking at scripts and just like looking at stuff to refresh my mind. And then they're like, hey, listen, man, you're on your phone, like you need to get the fuck off your phone, bro. And I'm like, okay, got you. But then like when there's nobody and we have a 2 to 3 hour downtime, I'm the one getting in trouble when everybody's on their phone not doing anything. But I'm like, bro, we have a 3 hour downtime and there's nobody coming in, and now I'm getting in trouble because I'm on my phone when there's nobody in the store. I was like, this motherfucker over there is on his phone, because there was another guy at the store. I'm like, this motherfucker's in the corner on his phone, but I'm the one in trouble. I'm like, there's no fucking way. But guess what? It happened. So when they're blaming me, they're like, not blaming me, they're coming at me like I'm team manager. Want to know why God works in mysterious ways, guys? The next day I get to work, the manager comes in with another head manager, like her boss, and I'm like, uh-oh. She goes, Omar, can I talk to you in my office? I said, oh shit. I'm like, I'm about to get fired. And then I was like, these girls are just like talking so bad about me, and I'm like, I'm about to get fired. I get into the office, I sit down, they tell me the store's closing. You guys don't understand the revelation in my mind. I was like, no fucking way, I don't gotta see these people no more. So I let it be. I walked out. I feel like I was the only person excited like that their job was closing. I'm like, shit, I'm not gonna have no money, but fuck it, I'm not gonna see these people no more. So I was like, fuck, yes. It's kind of a fucked up way to think about it, but I'm like, damn. And then everyone's talking about like the struggles of what's about to go on. Like we all got struggles like going on. Like I'm struggling right now, bro. Like I'm broke as fuck right now. So I was like, I understand the struggle, but at the same time, it's like, damn. So like the chick that got mad at me for messing up an order, the black girl, because I have to use like code names, and I have to word it different ways. So I have to say pregnant chick, old chick, and black girl. But the black girl was like kind of just like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, cause she's in school, so she was like, I'm trying to be this, I'm trying to be that. She was like, I'm trying to be a teacher, and then I'm like, oh, okay, cause she's only like 2 years older than me, so she's like 26, I'm 24, so I was like, okay. So she's like, I'm trying to be a teacher, she's trying to get her life together, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then the old chick, she's like, I already graduated, but then come to find out, me and this old chick and the pregnant chick, we all went to the same school. Now, obviously not at the same time, but she went through the whole ringer, which disproves to what I've been saying, that nobody in my hometown is a supporter, or they're just, my town's a bunch of fucking haters. And like, if I can bring anybody, even my brother, I could pull him in here and be like, yo, is the town of where I live at a bunch of fucking haters? And he will say fucking yes. So that ended up happening. So the black chick was like, yo, like what am I gonna do? Like I gotta like find a job. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. And I'm like, oh, I gotta figure out something out too. And then what ends up happening is that, like I said, this prompts into me fucking up an order. And I was like, I'm sorry, but then like my brother was telling me an apology can go by so far. And I'm like, fuck it. So it is what it is. So what ends up happening is that I'm texting my mom, and I'm not texting my girl. I'm like, hey, yo, like they're coming at me, like, yo, bro, they said I fucked up an order. Nothing, but like it wasn't crazy, just more like hey, you misplaced glasses. They came in and looked for the glasses, and it was an issue, and this happened all on my break. And then when I came back on my break, guys, they laid it on me again, and I was like, bro, every day it was some bullshit. And then when I finally tell y'all niggas that when I was like, yo, that's it. The store's gonna close in 2 to 3 weeks. Like, I don't give a fuck anymore. Like I just like my energy from the jobs just started going down. I was like, you know what? Why am I working so hard for a place that's shutting down? Who fired us? Everybody in the store. And I'm like, why am I going so hard? So when I'm gonna tell you guys, this is when shit hit the fan, and this is when it was like, okay, I'm getting the fuck up out of here, and this would prompt to me to go back to school, to like really fully get into it. And I said to myself, I said, oh man, like I'm not feeling this. And they were like, so when I come back on my break, they're all like, hey Omar, we need to talk to you. And I'm like, what's up? And then they all laid on me, like the pregnant chick, the black girl, the old chick. They all were like, yo, we're about to come at you. All three of us, we're coming at you right here, right now. And I'm like, I could take a constructive criticism. Like I could take criticism, but if you're coming at me and trying to make me feel bad, and instead of the criticism being like, hey, you need to do your job better, then versus then, yo, you're like, yo, you fucking suck, I'm gonna take that some type of way. So I just said, you know what, this ain't worth it. Like, why am I going crazy, and why am I trying to like put my all and waste my time for a place that's shutting down in 2 to 3 weeks, when literally, like, what's the point? What's the point? So when they're like yelling at me, and I kid you not, this black girl goes, yo, you need to take notes right here, right now, or you need to stop. And I said, why would I take notes if the job is closing down in 2 to 3 weeks? Yo, guys, when I tell you, her face, the pregnant chick's face, and the old chick's face all turned when I said that. They were like, this motherfucker did not say that. And I was like, yo, shit hit the fan, bro. Shit hit the fan. Yo, they all were like, no. See, I told you he has an attitude. I told you this. I told you that. And I was like, fuck. And then I'm texting my girl. I'm like, damn, like they coming at me. Guys, when I tell you, I texted my girl, and I sat down because I only had 3 hours left of my shift, and I was like, you know what? I quit. I was like, in my head, I was like, I quit. So what I did, I tied up my garbage, like anything that they could say that I left. I was like, you know what? Today's my last day. You guys are not seeing me. So I grabbed my bag. I stole some pens, and I was like, these were some cool pens. So I was like, I ain't never coming back here. So, whatever like stuff that I had, I put it in the manager's desk. So I was like, so they can't say I didn't do nothing. I was like, I don't want nothing to do with this job no more. So I was like, I am done. The place is shutting down in 2 to 3 weeks. I am done. And then all of a sudden, I sit down, and everyone's eating and everyone's doing their thing, and I'm just like, you know what, fuck this place. Like, like I already tied up my bag. I tore up my notes. I threw my notebook in the garbage. I'm like, yo, this is it. I'm done. Don't ever ask me to come back here ever again. Or if they ever reopen, I'm like, don't ever call me back. Guys, when I tell you, the moment I text my girlfriend, I'm like, yo, I'm done. I'm quitting. My mother walks in through that door. Rah, rah, rah. Well, she knew that. But when I'm doing shots fired, but she lit the room up and said, where is this bitch? The old chick that was coming at me said I had an attitude. She's like, where's this chick? She said, you are an ugly, miserable bitch. I was like, Mom, you gotta go. I was like, we gotta go. Mom's like, no. Like, she came in, she's like, no, pack up your shit. You're done here. You're never coming back. And I was like, fuck. I was like, damn. I was like, shout out to Mama Duke. She came into the rescue. And then when it was all said and done, my mom looked at me in my face like we were outside. She was like, you're going back to school, because she was like, I can't do this with you no more. And I was like, she was like, I cannot have you job hopping to find, wait until that big role comes in. And she was like, no, you're going to go to school, you're going to study for it, you're going to do the whole shebang, so it's easier for you to get into the doors. And I was like, fine. Instead of like me trying to make my way into the door, my mom was like, yo, you're going to, actually study it and learn it and make this your degree. And she was like, I just want you to do something, so you're not staring in my face, which I've been doing for these past few years. So guys, that is the journey of where I'm at right now. So currently, as I'm recording this video, I don't know if I said it earlier, but currently right now, as I'm recording, see my dog in the corner, I'm enrolled back into college, fully studying performance arts, visual arts, whatever the fuck it's called. I'm 100% going into it, and it's kind of like a weird thing to be like, hey man, I'm going back to school because people were mean to me. Isn't that fucking weird? But then again, I have to thank them, because if they never put me down, I don't think I will be rising up. And this is why I said the soul journey me and me not doing a lot of videos because of my mother being on my ass. Well, I call her the dogs because she's pretty much like the dogs. Like the dogs are on my back, which is my mother. But to be honest, I'm like, I gotta thank them, like in a sense, like for pushing me on this path. I'm talking about the girls at the old job, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now, like telling you guys that I'm going back into school. Because if someone's negative energy, three negative energies weren't directed towards me, I don't think I would be here telling you guys like, hey man, it's not don't like it's never too late to achieve your dreams and just go for it, man. I just have to say, I know they're never ever gonna see these videos, so I just want to say thank you guys for pushing me into the path that I'm going on now. I just want to thank you guys so much for, especially the pregnant girl. If it wasn't for you telling me that I am working at a job that basically was like, yo, what are you doing? You were just on TV. Thank you to the older girl for basically talking so much shit about me, and then thank you to the black girl for cussing me out, to put me into this path. Like, yo, I thank all you guys for pretty much putting me into this path right now. And it's crazy too, because I told my brother and my mom and my girl, I was like, the pregnant girl can watch me in a movie and be like, oh my god, I used to work with him, he sucked. And then the black girl, I can like, same exact thing. I could say the black girl could be like, oh my god, I remember him, I used to work with him. He was whatever. Like, she'd be like, he sucked, he was whatever. Like, I don't really got nothing to say about him. I won't watch his movies. And then the older chick too, the 50-something-year-old woman, she could be like, oh, I saw him in the movie. Like, I don't care about him, but like, whatever. Like I'm telling you, it's all gonna be like whatever's by the time I'm on TV and they're looking at me like, oh, whatever. Like, because when they did see me on TV, they're all like, oh, you're that guy from TV, and I'm like, yeah. But then, and then again, like, follow up being like, but why are you working here? I'm like, motherfucker, I need to make some money. Like, what the fuck you talk about? Why am I here? But guys, I just came here to tell you guys that it's never fucking too late to go achieve your dreams. I'm still achieving my dreams, going back into school, but I just came here to tell you guys, hey man, like, it's never too fucking late. But I just had to tell you guys this personal shit that was been going on. Like, it was longer than it needed to be, but I had to come in and tell you guys that, yo, if it wasn't for these three like chicks, bro, I would not be trying to go 110% into acting full time, like fully, like getting into it. Like, I mean, I've been into it like here and there, but like to actually be like, oh no, you're gonna study Shakespeare, oh no, you're gonna study this, you're gonna study that, versus like excuse me, versus just me getting an audition in and then traveling to go to the audition. Like I said, don't get it wrong, guys, I still got things in a pipeline, but then again, like when you do things without an agent, and when you're doing things that have no director, I mean not direct, no manager, you're kind of just like it's up in the air. Like, I did a project besides the project I did on MTV, but it's like, besides that, I have another project coming out soon, and I don't know when that's coming out. Like, I know I was in it. I'm in 2 episodes. Like, bro, like, I know I'm in it, but it's just like a matter of when that's gonna drop. But then even then, when that drops, it's like, okay, I'm telling you guys, I filmed that in the summertime. It's December. We're about to go in 2025, so it's just like. So it's like, I'm trying to say, like, if I'm like, hey mom, look, I did something. My mom's like, what the fuck, it took you 6 months for this shit to come out, and you telling me you on the path? I'm like, all right, like, you get what I'm trying to say, guys? But to be honest, guys, let's just see how it goes. I'm excited, and hopefully I can keep you guys posted. And to be honest, more videos will be coming, just not as frequently as I would like it. If anything, you guys will get updates like this, and hopefully next time I come back up here, it won't be me telling you guys I'm at my low right now, but at the same time also looking at the glimmers of the future, being like, hey, don't be surprised, I might be on Law and Order. Also, don't be surprised, I might be the next Black Superman. Also, I might be the next Rorschach. You just don't fucking know, like, what's gonna happen in the future. That's why I'm trying to be optimistic. But again, I do want to thank them for at least setting me on this path. I said it like 10 times, but I just want to thank them for setting me on this path, because again, they will never know that they set me on this path. Because they will always know that I was just a bad employee to them and a guy who didn't do shit, versus them actually pushing me to achieve my own personal goals. So, hopefully y'all see me on the silver screen and on y'all TVs soon again. You guys never know what the future might hold. I'm being optimistic, and I want you guys to see me, because I have personal goals. It's superheroes, Law and Order, dramatic roles, comedy roles, movies that I would love to be a part of, and have hopefully be the next Michael B. Jordan. 'Cause I got that nigga right there. One of my favorite movies of all time. Speaks to me heavily what Creed wants, and he achieves it. Speaks to me in terms of that. Like he was working his 9 to 5, quit it, became a boxer, and became very successful. Broke his path to find his path. That's how I feel. I'm going down this route, but I'm going this way, even though people want me to go that way. But I'm going this way, and hopefully I can still end off on that path where people go like, I doubted him, but he's doing pretty good. But yeah, I just come to tell you that. So guys, like always, man, I will see you guys in the next video. So, peace out.